This classic whistle-stop presentation is brought to you by Out West. Love the West? So do we. Click the icon or go to scvoutwest.com.
Ringo's, New Jersey, the home of the Black River and Western Railroad, where we take a nostalgic and scenic ride close to some of New Jersey's oldest farm settlements on a former Pennsylvania Railroad self-propelled diesel-electric motor car. And we meet Mr. Don Smith, our engineer for this trip, who continues to have an historic and illustrious career in railroading. It was an extremely hot and humid New Jersey summer day in August when our whistle-stop crew boarded number 4666, with temperatures rising above the 100-degree mark at the restored 1854 Ringo Station. Many TV commercials and feature films, most notably The Miracle Worker, have used this station for location scenes. Our approximate 20-minute run goes from Ringo's to historic Flemington's Turntable Junction at Liberty Village, a unique shopping center in a charming colonial setting. This is also the point of interchange between the former Central Railroad Company of New Jersey and the former Pennsylvania Railroad. Unfortunately, number 60, Black River and Western's 280 steam locomotive, built in August of 1937 by the American Locomotive Company for freight service on the Great Western Railway Company in Denver, was being overhauled, and we were unable to get to see number 60 fired up. But the over 55-year-old and still going strong Dinky, or Doodlebug as it is sometimes affectionately called, was already boarding passengers for our run. Number 4666 started as order number 22848 from the Pennsylvania Railroad Company to the J.G. Brill Company on January 20th, 1930. The car, which is 75 feet long and has a seating capacity of 66, was delivered in June of the same year. It has been in service in Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey on various Pennsylvania Railroad lines. Although the builder and former owner have long ago gone out of business, number 4666 remains in operating condition and is very much in service since it was sold to the Black River and Western Railroad in December of 1978. Originally, the main engine installed by the manufacturers was gasoline-fueled. In 1942, the Pennsylvania Railroad Company repowered the car. The then new and current main engine is a diesel. It has 6 cylinders and has a rating of 425 horsepower at 950 revolutions per minute. Compressed air is used for operating the brakes, horn, bell, and any other pneumatically operated controls. The car is actually moved by 2 electric motors mounted on each of the 2 axles on the front truck directly under the power plant. These were made by General Electric and designed for 600-volt DC operation with a rating of 220 horsepower each. Coupled to number 4666 is a control car. It is a former Central Railroad Company of New Jersey coach number 321. To which shop personnel of the Black River and Western Railroad added all necessary electrical, engine, and brake controls, so that in connection with number 4666, this car can be operated with equal speed and power in either direction so that they can be controlled from either end. This setup more than doubles the passenger carrying capacity and gives the distinct advantage of a push-pull type of operation, which does not require the former turnaround operation at the end of the run. Now, let's get on board as we ride past some of New Jersey's lush farm country.
All aboard!
As the summer temperature and humidity began to rise, it sure felt good when our engineer, Don Smith, got us rolling towards Flemington. Don Smith has always been interested in railroading. He grew up near the Lehigh Valley Railroad at Flemington and commuted to and from high school on equipment much like number 4666. While in college, he read railway trade journals, and as soon as he graduated, packed his bags and went to LaGrange, Illinois to apply for a job at the then brand new plant the Electromotive Corporation had opened. He worked in the shop as a sheet metal layout apprentice and was called back to the personnel office after 2 weeks. He was transferred to EMD's service department, and for 2 years he wrote parts and instruction manuals.
Right now we're still going uphill from the Ringo station. Just as we started this curve, it's the apex of the entire railroad system. From this point on toward Flemington, we'll be going downhill about 3.5 miles. We'll be coasting or drifting. I'm going to shut the power off now. Kill the generator. Now we start coasting. Here comes the bell, and then the horn for the first crossing.
In 1938, at the age of 25, Don became a service instructor and traveled for 5 years and over 50,000 miles around our country in EMD's private air-conditioned Pullman instruction car, complete with 44 seats, 2 full-size cross-sections of a diesel engine, and sleeping quarters. He instructed over 40,000 steam railroad engineers and firemen how to run diesel locomotives on 20 of our nation's then major railroads. In 1966, Don joined the Black River and Western and immediately became interested in steam. As he says, with tongue in cheek, it must be retribution. Don has been a qualified engineer, steam and diesel, all locomotives, including the motor car, since 1966.
Up here pretty soon, we'll go past 2 big fields of sunflowers. Unfortunately, today is not a bright day, but I think even at this time of day, almost noon, the sunflowers will be pretty well all facing that side of the train. And if you'd like, I'll gladly stop the train if you want to stop and get a shot, because it seems to be the way those sunflowers are all looking at us, it seems to be a perfect personification of have a happy day.
Don was very pleased to show us these sunflowers, and, as promised, he stopped the train so that we could get these pictures at the height of the flower's beauty. There were 50 acres of this new hybrid flower adapted to this part of the country. This crop is sold on a contract basis. The seeds are used for bird feed and sunflower oil. After the oil is extracted, the meal is used for flour or cow fodder.
Okay.
Because we stopped to look at the sunflowers, we asked Don if we were still on schedule.
Not running fast enough to keep up the schedules, running slow enough to keep on schedule.
The Black River and Western states this doodlebug is the last regularly scheduled piece of equipment of its kind still in service in the United States. The Black River and Western is not a narrow gauge railroad, but a full-size, authentically restored standard gauge steam and diesel passenger and freight service railroad. As we approached Flemington, a crowd of passengers was already forming to take a ride on the Black River and Western's doodlebug. During July and August, the doodlebug runs every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The steam locomotive runs weekends and holidays. But for more up-to-date information on scheduling and their rent-a-train service, please write to the Black River and Western Railroad, P.O. Box 200, Ringgoes, New Jersey, 08551.
Shop, look, and listen right here at WhistleStopUSATV.com.